Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from the 3rd Congressional District joining me now here on CBS News Colorado. Congresswoman, we appreciate your time. I know it's been a busy week for you, so thanks for your time.
Yes, it's certainly been an eventful week. I don't like anything that's boring, so had to make this interesting.
I guess my first question is, did you think this was going to be this close?
Well, when you actually compare it to the 2020 election, it's not unconceivable. So in the 2020 election, there were multiple third-party candidates who took thousands of votes away from the Democrat candidate, and I'd won at 51%. And now, as of last night, I have declared victory in this 2022 election at about 51%. So it's actually very similar to the last race, and I'm absolutely honored to have been reelected. And of course, want to thank all my family and friends and countless volunteers who've knocked doors, made phone calls, and certainly every person that has entrusted me with their vote. It's extremely humbling. But this is something that was certainly a fight, and I'm not afraid of a challenge. So we had an interesting week. I still have my fingernails. I didn't have time to bite them off because I was hitting refresh so many times. But here we are, and with the votes that are in and the recount that it will seemingly likely take place, it's not going to change that much, and I will be the winner.
I saw your video last night claiming victory. Again, you mentioned, though, that there probably is going to be a recount. You worried at all it could go the other way, and perhaps if it did, would you respect that outcome?
I'm not worried about that at all. This is an automatic recount, and that's the way it works here in Colorado when races are this close. But the last recount in Colorado was for a statewide office, and it only changed the ultimate outcome by 13 votes. And again, that's a statewide office that they did that recount for. And the process for a recount is very simple. They take the same ballots and they count the same ballots. So I don't think that this will change by much at all. We're more than 540 votes in the lead right now. We still have a couple of counties that need to come in, and it won't change the outcome. And I certainly will be the representative for Colorado's 3rd district for a second term and fighting for them in Washington, D.C.
Historically, your district does lean Republican. Mr. Frisch seemed to kind of come out of nowhere. And again, this is a very close election, a few hundred votes. Are voters sending you any sort of message right now?
Mr. Frisch actually came out and said that he saw a Bloomberg poll that said if someone comes in as an independent and runs as a conservative, then they have a chance at winning. And he said he examined that poll and said, hey, I'm comfortable with deceiving voters and saying that I'm a conservative. And that's exactly what he did. My opponent ran on the same Republican policies I have been working towards, whether that's increasing domestic energy production, securing the southern border, reducing inflation and interest rates, and or giving moms and dads more control over their children's education. These are the policies people in rural Colorado and frankly across the nation want to see. He understood that that was the communication that needed to take place to the voters to earn their vote. But I think the big takeaway from what I've seen and from what I've heard from constituents is I'm right on the policies, but everyone is ready for Washington, D.C. to kind of take the temperature down a notch. And I'm very excited and optimistic that we have the opportunity to do that now. Now, in the minority, you have to be loud. Nancy Pelosi controlled everything. She controlled the floor votes. She controlled the committees. I served on the budget committee where she would not allow us to produce a budget. The one thing Nancy Pelosi did not have control over was my voice. And so I was a very strong communicator to the voters of exactly what was going on and holding people accountable and exposing the policies that were being released under this one-party Democrat rule at a federal level. Now Republicans are in the majority, and we will be able to actually govern this Congress, which will naturally take that temperature down. And I'm excited to work with Democrats who have been campaigning all across the country on Republican policies. They have been talking about securing the border and domestic energy production and reducing inflation. So now it's time to come to the table and have adult conversations on how we can actually walk that out and not just be professional candidates campaigning on this all the time, but put pen to paper and govern with these policies. So I'm very much looking forward to the next Congress and working to provide solutions to the problems that so many Americans unnecessarily have because of this one-party Democrat rule that we've been under for the past 2 years.
Any specific goals for your upcoming, seemingly next term, and anything you want to say to the voters or people of your district?
Sure. I think everyone's first priority is reducing inflation, and that certainly couples with increasing domestic energy production. I serve on the Natural Resources Committee currently and anticipate to serve on that committee in the next Congress. So when we have these conversations about our natural resources, about our energy production, I expect to be on the front lines of those talks. And also, I want to bring to everyone's awareness just the importance of actually managing our forests. We hear a lot about climate change and carbon emissions, but if we're really serious about carbon emissions, then we need to be able to manage our forests. One catastrophic wildfire emits more carbon emissions in a few short days than every vehicle running 24/7 in the state of Colorado for an entire year. So if we're serious about that, let's start harvesting the 6 billion standing dead trees that are just a massive tinderbox waiting to ignite, and be good stewards of our land. And thanks so much for asking me about my voters. I'm just so honored to be your representative. Thank you for entrusting me with your vote. I look forward to serving you for another 2 years, representing you, being your voice here in Washington, D.C., and continuing the on-the-ground efforts to connect in person and have these discussions that lead to actual solutions. There was a lot that we were able to get done and accomplished, even in the minority. So the possibilities are almost endless in the majority, and I look forward to producing for my constituents.
Finally, real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this. Former President Trump made his big announcement the other day. A lot of speculation about other candidates, Ron DeSantis in particular. Are you ready to throw your support behind anyone yet?
Well, President Trump called me last night to congratulate me, and he's an amazing friend and certainly an inspiration. I love his policies. America was stronger than ever under his policies. We had peace through strength, and he was certainly motivation for me to stand up for what I know is right. And so I certainly would not turn my back on President Trump. I am a huge supporter of his. But with that, I love Governor Ron DeSantis. He is America's governor, and he has these same policies. I know that his focus right now is governing the state of Florida, but at this time, with 2024 in the far future, I am very much concerned on legislating and being a productive representative for my constituents in 2022, or in 2023 and 2024.
All right. Congresswoman Boebert, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.